Hello and welcome back to the HIV RNA Test Guide podcast, your trusted source for HIV information and resources. And today we're going to be diving deep into something that's been making a lot of noise in the HIV community.
Yeah,
And that is the potential for an effective vaccine.
absolutely. It's exciting.
We've got a whole stack of research here.
Oh, yeah.
And trust me, it is way more exciting than your average scientific paper.
It is fascinating stuff. You know how close we might actually be to a major breakthrough?
Yeah.
You know, for decades, an HIV vaccine has kind of felt like this distant dream, you know?
Right.
But now with advancements like mRNA technology, it's starting to feel like we can actually reach out and touch it.
Okay. I know vaccine research can sound a little dry,
Sure.
but stick with us.
Yeah,
This is about more than just science. It's about hope.
absolutely.
And frankly,
Yeah,
it's pretty mind-blowing stuff.
it is. It really is.
We're going to unpack how each trial, even the ones that didn't quite hit the mark, have paved the way for where we are today. And of course, we'll break down exactly why HIV testing, especially RNA testing, is so crucial to all of this.
It really is, and it's important to remember, you know, that every HIV test contributes valuable data.
Right.
You know, that data helps researchers understand the virus, track its evolution, and tailor vaccines to be more effective.
Exactly. You getting tested isn't just about your personal health. It's about contributing to this global effort
Yeah.
to end this epidemic.
It's like lending your body's intelligence to the cause.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah,
Every test is like a piece of the puzzle,
absolutely.
helping researchers see the bigger picture.
Exactly. And speaking of seeing the bigger picture, you know,
Yeah.
let's talk about the Thai trial.
Yeah.
Also known as RV144.
Mm-hmm.
Back in 2009, this trial made headlines because it was the first to show any protection against HIV,
Right.
even if it was a modest 31%.
I remember when that news broke, it was huge.
Oh, yeah.
It was like finally a crack in the wall.
Yeah.
Can you remind us what made this trial so unique?
Well, it was a combination vaccine trial
All right.
using two different vaccines, Alva HIV and AIDS Vax.
Mm-hmm.
They tested this combo on over 16,000 participants in Thailand.
Wow.
What they found was that it triggered a specific type of antibody
Okay.
called GP120 antibodies.
Got it.
Now, these antibodies weren't powerful enough to completely stop the virus,
Right.
but they did offer some protection.
Okay, so not a cure, but definitely a clue. Yeah.
Exactly. Think of it like this. Imagine you're trying to design a lock to keep HIV out of your cells.
Okay.
The RV144 trial gave us the first glimpse of what that lock might look like.
Right.
It helped us understand which key, or in this case, which antibody might be able to fit.
And here's where it gets really interesting for all of us listening.
Yeah.
That discovery about GP120 antibodies, it directly led to improvements in the accuracy of HIV tests,
That's right.
particularly RNA tests, which are the most sensitive tests available.
Absolutely. By understanding which antibodies were triggered by the vaccine, researchers were able to fine-tune the targets those tests were looking for.
Okay.
It's like they calibrated the radar to pick up even the faintest signals of the virus.
So the takeaway here is that vaccine research doesn't just benefit future generations. It's already having a real impact on the tests that we rely on today.
And it's important to acknowledge that not every trial has been a success story.
Right?
Take, for example, the HVTN 702 trial in South Africa.
Right. That one didn't meet its efficacy goals.
Yeah.
Was it because the approach was flawed?
Not necessarily. What's fascinating about the HVTN 702 trial is that it was based on the RV144 design,
Okay.
but adapted for the HIV subtype C, which is the most common subtype in Southern Africa.
So it's like they tried to adjust the key to fit a slightly different lock?
Precisely. But the trial showed us that HIV is incredibly adaptable.
Okay.
What works for one subtype might not work for another. It highlighted the need for region-specific vaccines, which is a crucial consideration for future research.
Okay, so if HIV is like a master of disguise,
Yeah.
constantly changing its appearance, how do we even begin to design a vaccine that can keep up?
Right.
That's where this next piece of research comes in. And trust me,
Okay.
it's mind-blowing.
Okay.
We're talking about mRNA vaccines,
Yeah.
the same technology that was used to develop the COVID-19 vaccines.
It's incredible how quickly mRNA technology has advanced. It's like we've entered a new era of vaccine development.
Right.
Moderna and the International AIDS Vaccine Initiative, or IAVI,
Okay.
are using this technology to develop an HIV vaccine that could potentially change the game. It's amazing. You know, like, how does this mRNA magic actually work against HIV?
Yeah, how does it?
Well, it all comes down to something called broadly neutralizing antibodies, or
Okay.
BNAbs.
Got it.
These are like super antibodies
Okay.
that can recognize and neutralize a wide range of HIV strains, even as the virus mutates. It's like having an immune system that's always one step ahead.
So instead of trying to hit a moving target with like a single vaccine,
Right.
we're giving the immune system the tools to create its own arsenal of weapons.
That's a great analogy.
Okay.
The mRNA vaccine essentially delivers instructions to the body's cells, teaching them to produce these BNAbs.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It kind of does.
And the early results seem promising, right?
Absolutely. Phase 1 trials of an mRNA HIV vaccine called mRNA 1644
Okay.
showed that it was able to trigger BNAbs in 80% of participants.
80%.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It's a remarkable level of success for such an early stage trial.
And you mentioned this could be a game changer. What does that mean in practical terms for people living with or at risk of HIV?
Well, imagine a future where an HIV vaccine not only prevents new infections,
Okay.
but also helps suppress the virus in people already living with HIV.
So it could potentially be both preventative and therapeutic.
Exactly. It could revolutionize how we approach HIV from prevention to treatment.
Right.
And here's where RNA testing becomes even more crucial.
Okay, because if we have a vaccine that can suppress the virus,
Yeah.
we need a way to accurately monitor viral loads.
Precisely. RNA tests are already the gold standard for monitoring HIV treatment effectiveness.
Mm-hmm.
They're incredibly sensitive, allowing us to detect even the smallest amounts of virus in the blood.
Okay.
But with the potential for a vaccine that can suppress the virus to undetectable levels, the accuracy and reliability of these tests become even more critical.
It's amazing how everything is connected.
It is.
Vaccine research leads to improvements in testing,
Right.
and better testing helps us refine vaccines and treatments.
Yeah.
It's like a cycle of progress.
That's the beauty of science. One discovery often leads to another, and it's through this interconnected web of knowledge that we make real progress.
Yeah.
Speaking of progress, let's talk about another groundbreaking area of research. CRISPR technology. Have you heard about how CRISPR might be used in the fight against HIV?
CRISPR, isn't that the gene editing tool that's been making headlines?
It is.
I know it has enormous potential in like various fields,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure how it relates to HIV vaccines.
It's a fascinating area of research.
Okay.
Scientists are exploring the possibility of using CRISPR to actually edit immune cells, making them more effective at fighting HIV.
Wait, so they're trying to engineer superpowered immune cells?
Kind of.
That sounds like something out of a science fiction novel.
It might sound futuristic, but the science is very real.
Okay.
The idea is to use CRISPR to modify the genes of B cells.
Okay.
Those are the cells that produce antibodies, including those crucial BNAbs we talked about earlier.
So by like tweaking those B cells,
Yeah.
they could potentially create cells that produce even more potent BNAbs.
Exactly. Imagine a vaccine that not only triggers an immune response,
Right.
but actually enhances your body's ability to fight the virus at a fundamental level.
It's like giving the immune system a custom upgrade,
Yeah.
specifically designed to combat HIV.
Precisely. It's still early days, but the potential is enormous.
This is mind-blowing stuff.
Yeah.
But even if this CRISPR-enhanced vaccine becomes a reality, wouldn't we still need to rely on testing?
Absolutely. In fact, understanding individual immune responses through testing would be more critical than ever.
Because everyone's immune system is unique,
Yeah,
and we'd need to tailor treatment and vaccination strategies accordingly.
exactly. It's personalized medicine at its most advanced level.
So to recap what we've learned, while we don't have a definitive HIV vaccine yet, we're making incredible progress.
We are.
From the early glimmer of hope with the Thai trial
Yeah,
to the groundbreaking potential of mRNA vaccines and CRISPR technology,
right.
the future of HIV prevention and treatment looks brighter than ever.
It really does. And throughout all of this, HIV testing remains an absolutely vital piece of the puzzle.
It's not just about personal health.
Right.
It's about contributing to a global effort to end this epidemic.
Every test provides valuable data that fuels research, improves diagnostics,
Yeah.
and helps us move closer to a future without HIV.
Yeah, it really is incredible to think about how far we've come in HIV research. You know, from those early days of just fear and uncertainty to the incredible advancements that we're seeing right now.
Yeah.
It really is a testament to human ingenuity and or just unwavering determination to overcome this virus.
It truly is remarkable. And as we've been discussing, HIV testing has been a cornerstone of this progress.
Right.
Every test helps us understand the virus better, track its evolution, and develop more effective prevention and treatment strategies.
And for our listeners who are part of the HIV RNA Test Guide community, this is especially relevant.
Right.
You're not just getting tested for yourselves. You're contributing to this vast network of knowledge that's helping scientists and researchers around the world.
It's like a global collaboration with each test providing a valuable data point. And as we move towards a future where an HIV vaccine might be a reality, that data becomes even more crucial.
Right, because we'll need to understand how individuals respond to these new vaccines and tailor treatments accordingly.
Precisely, it's the era of personalized medicine where we can move beyond a one-size-fits-all approach and develop strategies that are specifically tailored to each person's unique genetic makeup and immune response.
It's amazing to think that we're on the cusp of such a transformative shift in how we approach HIV. But even with all this progress, it's important to remember that we're not there yet.
Right.
We still need to be vigilant, get tested regularly, and continue to support research and advocacy efforts.
Absolutely. Complacency is the enemy of progress. We need to keep pushing forward, keep learning, and keep fighting for a future where HIV is no longer a threat.
Well said. So for all of our listeners out there, remember, you're not just observers in this story, you are active participants. Every time you get tested, you're contributing to a global effort to end this epidemic. That's right. And that's something to be incredibly proud of.
Knowledge is power. By staying informed, getting tested, and supporting organizations dedicated to HIV research and care, you're playing a vital role in creating a healthier future for everyone.
That's a perfect note to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of HIV vaccine research and the crucial role of testing.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And as always, for more information and resources, visit HIVRNATestguide.com. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay well.